so excited to meet with this smaller. Actually, we've got a ton of people. Holy cow.
We do. We have so many excited girls, just thrilled to hear from you. So we're so excited.
This is so exciting. I think I read your talked about 10 people, but more amazing. This is incredible.
Yes.
You were just telling me about how you've had a certain amount of people qualify for certain things.
Yes. There was 10 of us that qualified for Punta Cana, but this is our team call. So there's yeah.
This is awesome. So I'll let you, I don't know if you were starting. I hope I didn't interrupt anything. If you were like in the middle of talking or anything.
No, we just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to be on our call here. We are just thrilled to hear from you, and we've kind of put together some questions to ask you. So I guess we can just get started so we don't take too much of your time.
My time is all yours. You guys, I'm just excited to hear and chat with all of you.
Yay.
Yeah, I want it to be totally just anyone have anything they want to say? I just want it to be like back and forth, whatever you guys want.
Awesome.
And Savvy, my little girl wants to come say hi. She's right here next to me. Come here, come show. Because then they might get a cute little sneak peek of something. Are you obsessed with the relaxation sweats like I am?
Yes.
Yes.
So this cute little girl right here, how many times this week did you wear them to school? Every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? So 4 so far. So anyway, we're working on some new colors. So she wore new colors like every day of the week to school, and they're like her very favorite things. So she's got some more on right here. But we're just working on these. So this is like special for you guys. I shouldn't have even probably showed you that. Special privileges here, but I'm like obsessed with I know they so much feedback. So like, okay, let's get some more colors, but I don't know if anyone's a bigger fan than Savvy.
We all are huge fans of the relaxation sets for sure. They're so good. Yes.
Good. We've got some fun stuff out of that material, some fun new stuff as well with that soft material.
Yay. So I'm just going to start. So a lot of us are going to be at Summit this year. We've got a group going. I think we've got probably, I don't even know, maybe 23, 24 from our team so far that have committed to going. And we can't wait for this event. We just want to know, like, what are you most excited about for Summit, would you say?
Well, first of all, I want to just thank you, Kayla, honestly, like just from the bottom of my heart for having me on your call tonight, and to just see where your growth is coming, just your amazing team. I love watching what you guys are doing, and it really is so special. You're just killing it. I was telling my husband Jeremiah, who I had a call with tonight, fit couple. I'm like, yeah, cute Kayla and he remembers you guys, and I think he was razzing and how he's trying to keep up, but we have our eyes on you and on this team, and we love what you guys are doing and the energy that you guys are creating. So first of all, thank you all so much. And it's incredible to hear how many people are already committed to going to Summit. I love hearing that. I think what I always look forward to the most with Summit is, first of all, I love seeing everybody 100%, just to be able to look into your guys' eyes, like face to face, meet you, tell you thank you. Hopefully that you can feel like the truthfulness from my heart, how much I appreciate you guys is always something that I really look forward to doing. But also being able to see, I think it's so fun watching you guys like meet people for the first time. It's like my favorite thing when I've been able to witness like first like meeting, running towards each other and hugging each other. that's a little side note. Honestly, it really, all of you, witness all of you guys being together and really like just seeing what Zaya is all about. Like I perfect like setting just to incredible community we have. And I always leave feeling so inspired, so stressed, like getting to that point the couple months before, but then walking away feeling so inspired and hoping that all of you guys feel the same way. And Tiffany, yes, if it's your first summit experience, I promise you it's worth it. It is so awesome to be there in real life. I mean, it's fun to watch from home, and I understand that sometimes that needs to be the case, but there is true magic when you are sitting there in the room amongst so many other incredible people. It really, I don't even know another word besides like it is pure magic. It really is. So I think, to sum it up, just connecting with all of you guys and watching you guys connect with each other. And we're gonna have some awesome speakers. I feel like every year we have amazing speakers, like just keynote speakers. We're narrowing it down right now to a couple. But they're gonna, either way, they're gonna be awesome. Anything else? Oh, well, I guess, yeah. Any other questions, Kayla?
Yeah, I suppose that's me. I'm gonna go out of order, Kayla, but that's okay. Hi, Erin.
Oh yeah.
So I was curious, since we have a lot of new launching of sizes and athletic wear. Lizzo just came out with her new line, shapewear, leggings, and that kind of stuff. And I think it's a little bit through Fabletics, but are we ever looking to going into some bigger sizes, since we're kind of seeing a market for that?
Yes, absolutely. Like right now, and especially here, we really try to put an emphasis on our bigger sizes, because I will be the first one to acknowledge that we need improvement in this area. And I think you do have to treat like just be more aware of like all body shapes and sizes. And that was such a huge reason when thinking about Zaya, like thinking about starting Zaya, it really was like, for myself, I wanted a place for everyone to feel at home, to feel safe, to feel like goodness. And so for me, I'm like super sensitive, and I just want everyone to feel good and comfortable about anything else in our activewear. I'm part of a tennis team, and they all laugh at me because I give them all outfits for this season, and I end up coming with like 5 different outfits because I'm like, I want you all to find something feel really comfortable. And this is not about, I'm not going to tell you what to wear. I don't want to like push anything on you. I want you guys to find something that you feel so comfortable in. And so that's where I stand right now. With improving in our larger sizes, we've really tried to buckle down on that. And I think we're getting a lot better. But to be honest, I feel like we need to prove ourselves a little bit better in this area before we can open up a whole new like plus line or whatever it is, or keep going up in sizes. We want to make sure that we have that nailed down and that we have your trust and that we're able to and grow, because we watch the numbers and we want to just make sure that we have your guys' trust before we expand that. So we're working on that like big time right now, but 100% something that we want to expand in the future and get better at, and just really dial in and be like, I would love nothing more than to be like just really well known in that area in the future. And so we are constantly working on that and want to make sure we gain your guys' trust and move forward from there. But yes, for sure want to head in that direction. And I guess I shouldn't say head in that direction, continue improving in that direction. Mm-hmm. And then we have some big plans in that area.
Awesome.
That was a good question, Ricky.
I'll go next if that's okay. So my question is, pretty straightforward, I guess. My question is, what is your favorite thing about Zaya?
My favorite thing, I'm trying to, so kind of goes along with like the whole summit thing, but hands down, you guys, I don't say it to be cheesy, but it is community, like 1000%. And I say this with all sincerity, but when we first started, um, the first like year, 2 years of Zaya was truly probably two of the harder years of my life, like very, very difficult. I knew in my mind like what I hoped it would be. But I remember the very first summit, like that first year was just like, I just felt like so overwhelmed every single day. We were running this out of our house. Reps were showing up that I didn't even have a spare second to like clean a single ounce of my house at the time. We weren't getting paychecks really. So it's like, I'm not hiring a cleaner. Um, and I just remember feeling so overwhelmed and just thinking like, this is not sustainable. Like I cannot continue at this pace forever. Like and it got to the point where even in the mornings, it was just like, okay, we're going to do this again. But I would just get up and go through the motions. It was just so difficult. And I think it's okay for me to say that now. Like I tried to like not let that out at the beginning, but really, really difficult. And I remember the very first summit that I went to, it was like maybe 20 people, but I would hear people talk about the people that they've met, their customers, and just like the way that it has helped their life and changed like just that they needed it at that time in their life for some reason. Just I'm in a unique situation where and I think you guys are too, where you hear a lot of these stories of community and how Zaya has helped people. And I don't know that it's helped anyone more than just sitting back and hearing all of this and being able to realize that like what we're doing is having an impact on people. Like it just changed everything for me. And all of a sudden it wasn't really work. Like it felt like enjoyable. Like it truly was like life changing after that. But that all goes back to you guys. Like if I just had to do this day in and day out online by myself and all we were doing is getting like an income, it would not be fun. But you guys are what makes it all worth it. And all of a sudden it's like, this isn't even work. This is just fun. So favorite thing about Zaya, definitely community. And I have to say designing. I love, love, love to design, love picking colors, love picking and taking a product and then making it even better. Just working on all. Can you guys still see me? I got a phone call coming in. Didn't know how to decline it. But yeah, just so design is I mean, it's just so fun. I get to do that every day, all day. What, sweetie? What? You're a stinker. But yeah, so those would be my two favorite things about Zaya. And that I get free activewear. I mean, it's kind of fun that I get it. I'll try so many different things every day. I start like changing outfits like 3 times a day just to like try it at all. Cause there's so many things. Like I have to be so picky about what like we actually end up doing at the end of the day. So there's so many things that never actually make it through that I still have to wear and try. And so I swear I'm like going through like 3 wardrobe changes a day, which is not a bad gig.
I totally do. That's awesome. Thank you.
That purple is so pretty on you. I love that.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Hi, Erin. I have a question for you. My question is, how do you keep yourself grounded when things move so quickly?
This one is kind of hard. So things have moved so quickly. Like I was telling somebody just yesterday, who was it? I think it was a tennis friend. And I was talking about how this kind of started as like a side gig, like a side hobby. I kind of like thought this would be like a fun little side thing to do. And things did move so quickly. But I think that it all just goes down to like just like your inner self, like why you do things, like what are they for? And for me, is just about like just so much more. So for me, it's so easy to just remember where and why Zaya is what it is today. And it all goes back to you guys. So I just feel like for me, I'm like, I can't take any credit. I almost just feel guilty. Like I'm almost like undeserving. You guys are the real rock stars here. And you guys are like, just the fact that you guys can help share in the passion and in the vision is just super humbling to me. But I think your inner self, I heard one time somebody say, like, to tell if you are like in a good spot in life, if somebody came and took everything material away, like, would you still be happy? And I guess like it's fun having fun things, but at the end of the day, what fulfills me, it's the connections, it's the people, it's just like just that inner self piece, I guess, is what fulfills me. And with the entrepreneur of the year thing, my husband always reminds me of this and kind of laughs, but they would ask questions. So we had like several rounds of interviews with like the entrepreneur of the year. They had asked if, anyway, when I was going through that process, it's even hard for me to talk about because I feel undeserving of that. But when I was going through that process, they would ask me like the numbers, like, okay, so, revenue wise, and they'd start asking me all these questions. And I would really be like, well, I checked like 3 months ago and this is where we were at. And none of them could believe it. They're like, wait, like you don't, like, you're not really sure. And then I'm sure they knew, like they would go look and my numbers were off. Like Jeremiah, I'd get off the phone and he'd ask me like, how did it go? Like, what questions did they ask? Or like, we had like live interviews and I'd come home and talk to him about it. And he's like, you are like, you're like millions and millions of dollars, like off, like way, way, way low. He's like, anyway, for me, it's never been about, like, just like the normal business stuff. Like, I don't check any of that stuff. Like, to me, that is not what makes us successful here at Zaya. And so it's easy. For me, it's like so easy to stay grounded because you guys are the true rock stars. And it all goes back to me being grateful for you guys. And I just get to be like a small part of it and just feel like I just lucked out, like just won the lottery, and how amazing this community is.
I love that. Thank you.
You
You have such a beautiful heart.
I do. I think it all goes back to gratitude. The second I start feeling like any out of sorts in any way, I'm like, okay, switch back into gratitude. Find a way, like, who are you grateful for? Like, anyway, I think so much of it just goes back to gratitude. But thanks, Brittany. That's a good question. And it's a hard one. Because it's like so complicated on every side, like to explain how I feel. But to me, yeah, it all goes back to you guys. You guys are, I just feel like, oh, I just lucked out. I got like people here that you guys do so much of the hard work, and we want it to be fun for you guys, and we want to take on so much of that hard stuff. But passions, and it's so humbling, like to even see you wearing that sweatshirt that says Zaya down it. I was watching my son. I was in a tennis match at our high school today. He plays for the high school team. They're all Zaya'd out. And I'm like, this is just so humbling to see people wearing Zaya. And it just, for me, it just makes my heart so happy, honestly. And I just am so grateful that you guys see the vision and are a part of it.
Oh,
I
thank
feel
you.
like all my answers are like so long. I'm like so long-winded tonight. I was just so excited to be on here with all of you. I'm like sick of hearing my own voice. But these are good questions. I like them.
I'm with you on that, Erin. I go to a yoga class and I see like we're all in a pose and you see all the moons through the class. And it's just like, I still get excited about it every single time. Like I should be used to it because I see so much of it now in our community. We're all kind of in a small, most of us, I should say, not all of us. A lot of us are in like a smaller area here. So there's a lot of little, reps here in a small area. So it's like, there's a lot of people around our whole community, I feel, that know and love Zaya and wear Zaya, and we'll even be out in public and my kids see it. They notice it, or my family will see it. And it's just, it is. It's really exciting to see it. So yeah, you guys
It is.
feel free to unmute yourself if you want to ask a question. I think I just saw one. Did Tanya to do? Yes, ask that. That would be a good one.
Hi, Erin.
Yeah.
I would just love to know how you got connected with the Utah Jazz. I think it is amazing that they wear Zaya, and like it's so fun to see, to be able to say like, oh no, they dance in this stuff, and still love
Yeah,
it.
that has been such a fun partnership. I was a little bit nervous going into it. So they actually approached us and just asked if we'd be interested. And I was like, oh, we'll entertain the idea. Like, let's just see what they have to offer. And it has ended up being just like a awesome partnership with them. But yeah, they did reach out to us and games. I'm like, no, it needs to be deeper than actual, like good reason for this. But it's pretty cool here because when you're at the games, I mean, it is like Zaya active all over, like the Megatron, like all over the side, everywhere. And I've had so many people here just be like, oh my gosh, like I found out, like I would hear Zaya all over at the Jazz games, and it actually has been a really, really cool. And just to see, like a lot of times they'll, dance, and well, they dance in them, and then but sometimes it's like the sneak peek stuff. And so people have really, really enjoyed the Jazz dancers, and it's been a fun process. They've been so awesome to work with. They'll be like, oh, do you want to come help pick the new team, watch the tryouts, help us like be a part of the tryout process? And so they've really utilized, like, or at least made us feel like we're special and that we really are a part of their organization, which has been really cool. But yeah, we're super glad that they did reach out. And there was actually supposed to be, when they did reach out, they were looking for a couple people. So they were like, I think they really wanted to have like 5 different people that were linked with the Jazz dancers. And then at the end of the day, they just ended up going with us, like just Zaya. And so it's been a super awesome partnership. And they've been just their stories, getting to know the dancers, and their passion even for the clothes has been really cool. I like that question. Anything else?
We do have one more. So
Sure.
what is one piece of advice someone has given you that you live by or that you never forget?
It's really stuck with me. So I know that I've repeated it several times, but when first starting Zaya, my brother, so I don't know how many of you guys know Courtney Nelson. He now works with us at Zaya, and I wish I could remember his title right now. That's so embarrassing. But he's, oh my gosh, but he's amazing. We are so lucky to have him. Jeremiah and I always said that if we ever started a business, we always said, like, Jeremiah's like, it would be with Courtney, your brother, hands down. Like, he is truly one of the smartest. Like, you'll tell, if he was on this phone call with you guys, you'd be like, whoa, like he is just so smart. He's the one, if you watch summits, he's got red hair. He's just very intellectual. I did not get that. He got all of the genes in that area. He's incredibly smart. Came from like huge banking groups, like just has just as really just humble, kind, just in every aspect, like just trustworthy, honest. We just adore that. Anytime I had advice, I would call my brother Courtney and be like, hey, like I need advice in here, this area. And Kayla said she's been on a call with me before. Yeah, I'm trying to see I want to see what she wrote really fast. Why can't I put the messages?
When he talked about the culture of Australia, and he was explaining all the different areas of Australia, and he was even just describing the different large cities and how they relate to like New York. This is kind of like New York, and this is kind of like LA, and he was explaining just the culture and everything, and it was just like, wow, he was very smart. Mm-hmm.
He's very smart, and then I just stumble over my words all the time. So we're very different. I don't know how we come from the same family, but so I would call him and ask him for advice. And I remember one time he just said, Erin, just remember along this journey, you're starting this out. He's like, perfection impedes progress. And that is something that has stuck with me. Literally almost every day I have to think about that, like perfection impedes progress. And maybe it's just because it's something that I struggle with. I do like things like to be a little bit perfect. And so that for me, because it was right as we were about ready to launch, I'm like, I don't think we're ready. I don't know. Like, and he's like, just, I don't know. Like, it's just something where I have really had to get out of my comfort zone. Like, okay, even if this isn't perfect, like right now, like being able to just sit here and talk with you guys at the very beginning of Zaya, I'm like, this has to be rehearsed. It has to come across perfect. I have to know everything. I have to look so professional. And just throughout the years, I've been able to just kind of like throw that aside and utilize that advice. And it truly has been huge for me. Because I do think that perfection can impede progress. And so it's something that I am continually every day making sure that I just kind of stay true to myself and realize things do not have to be perfect. And you have to take that first step. And from there, you will find growth and you'll continue to get better and better at whatever it is. But you got to start from somewhere. So don't wait until you feel like you have to be like so great in every area. I saw a question just come up that I really love, and I love talking about it. Do you want me to, sorry, I'm just like running with it. Where did the name Zaya come from? And Savvy actually has something a little to do with this. So my daughter, that's my daughter's name, Savannah, Savvy. So at the very beginning, it was actually going to be named Azul, active. And then just as we're progressing forward, I kept looking for names that meant light. And I came across the name Zaya. It was actually spelled Ziya, and that meant light in Arabic, just randomly. But I loved the sound of it. And I would always be like, Zaya active. And I'd repeat it out loud. So I wanted to make sure we had like a good ring to our name. And then one night going to bed, I was putting Savvy to sleep, and just out of the middle of nowhere, she goes, Zaya active. And it was just like from that moment on, I'm like, that's it. Like just hearing her say it, it was just like this moment of like I got the chills. Like it just felt all the feels. I'm like, that's it. It's Zaya active. And so we ran with it from there. And it's just kind of been a fun, she's looking at me, she's embarrassed. But yeah, so it means light in Arabic. And just coincidentally, just thought it was a cute name. I think I saw another question. You guys, I had still trying to figure out this thing on my phone, like how and why my messages, like it's like let's see. Okay, here we go. Okay, so happy someone asked. You've always wondered. Okay, well, hopefully, yeah, now you know. I feel like everything that we kind of like, everything kind of goes back to that first moonlit hike night. Like I kind of wanted to intertwine everything. We kind of came up with our own definition for Zaya, and then the 4 pillars, obviously. So it kind of all ties back. And I see Jamie, she's wearing the shirt from the Zaya at the hike night. She's got the shirt on, but so much of it goes back to that story of the hike. Let's see, I saw another question. Let's see if I can find it. What are your favorite Zaya pieces? This one is really tough. It's constantly changing for me because I'll try something on and then I'm like I wear, but like I do have my go-to grabs. Bomber bra. I seriously love my bomber bras. I play tennis a ton. So I actually am in our tennis skirts a lot, but light and tights, obviously the very first time, the light and tights were one of our very first products. And once I kind of like, we met with some manufacturers and got like the fabric content and all the mixtures. Oh, we've got another kid coming in. Sab, will you go help him? As soon as I tried on the light and tights, I was like, these are a winner. These have to be like our staple item. We have to have these. And I feel like I'm so happy that everybody else has really loved them. But a new favorite for sure has been the Unity leggings. I am such a fan of the Unity leggings right now. Like wear them all the time. So if I had to pick 2 pieces right now, I think I would say bomber bras and Unity leggings, and then maybe another something else that I can't exactly say right now, but it's, yeah, those are my favorites. Let's see, did I see another question? Oh, 2 minutes before we're timed out. Okay. Back to you then, Kayla. Do you want to close it up?
Just really quick, I saw somebody asked, can you let us know if there's gonna be more club shorts in other colors coming?
That is a big yes. Yep.
Yay!
I actually tried on like 4 or 5 pair today, and I'm trying to play with a cup anyway. So I'm trying to nail down 2 other colors, like a for sure, but there's 3 that are like, they're on their way, like maybe not on their way, but they are in production. But then I'm trying, these other 2 colors just aren't completely sitting completely amazing with me right now. So still working on those colors, but we are working on the club shorts for sure.
Yay,
They are good ones.
those are a huge favorite. We all love those. So
Yeah, those are good. Any color, throw out some colors, you guys. What do you guys want to see for the club shorts? Since I'm working on these 2 colors right now, royal blue, red, and charcoal gray, olive green.
I'm so happy black was released. I mean, I was really hoping it was gonna be black. So I was so thrilled about that. And I love that blue color too.
Yes. Okay. Well, we'll keep bringing you guys, and we keep those voices going. I love hearing ideas. Love hearing ideas. So much of my inspiration comes from you guys, 100%. So keep bringing the ideas. Love it.
Thank you so much, Erin. We appreciate you being on.
Thanks,
so
Kayla.
much.
Thank you.
Guys. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for your time.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thank you. Good night.